All right. Can you hear me now? I should be the Verizon guy. Yes? No? Can you hear me now? Maybe so. Anybody? You can hear me now? Perfect. Okay. All right. So now we got to go. I don't need an internet upgrade. I have the best internet you can get here, don't you know? All right. So let's start all over again from the beginning. Let's see. I don't even remember what I said. That's pretty bad. Hey, everybody. If this is your first time here, my name is Noelle, and thanks for coming in. And if it's your 10 millionth time here, thanks for coming back. You sad, sorry suckers. I love you so much, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I don't want to hear anything about the strawberry shortcake and the china behind me, because yes, it's still there. Anyway, I'm trying to be a little more professional. And I know I took 2 weeks off. I'm sorry about that, you guys. You are amazing. I appreciate you hanging out there with me. I hurt my foot and it's feeling much better. I spent most of yesterday between the doctor's office and the hospital because they thought I had a blood clot. I do not. I'm good. My foot is much better. So, Doug, thanks for coming in. Jeremy, I appreciate you. Ever since you mentioned looking in the bathrooms, you've been looking for medical stuff too. Good, because there's a lot of money in it and probably a lot of stuff. I missed you too. KK, how are you? How are you? Thank you for being here. No sound muted. I know I was way too quiet. Dren had a popsicle, so he had to share his red tongue with those of you who were here to see that. Mia, how are you, Mia? Oh, Mia. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Just had to show you that. Denise, how are you? Let's see. Did that. She lives. Dave, how are you? Thank you for being here. Lucy and Ethel are together once again. Brett, thank you so much. Amy, how are you? Let's see, who else have I missed? My chat jumped a little bit. I think I got you all. Everybody that's here that said hi, I love you guys too. I bought this from Mia, Crazy May Stash, on Monday nights on her YouTube channel. She does has a sale, and she has an eBay store too. And there's my girl Liz. How are you, Lissa? I'll tell you what. It went. Show it again. Okay, sorry. I probably wait. This isn't the ring that I was telling you about, but I just got this ring last week. But isn't this gorgeous? I know I have sores. I hurt myself a couple of times. We were working down in the basement, so that's where it's at. Anyway, I told you it would fit. My wrists are small. It's amazing, but they are. It fits both wrists, but I put it on this one because I decided to put the ring on for a little bit. I have a bunch of jewelry here. I haven't decided if I want to sell the jewelry on eBay or if I'm going to do a whatnot lot. Sign you up for that ring. Isn't that pretty? I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it because you'll choke on your tongue. Okay, I paid $20 for it. There's the tag. Oh, my hands look atrocious. Oh, well. Jennifer, what? I'm going to fall off my chair. Jennifer, how you doing, girlfriend? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you and the baby and the kidlets? The grandbaby, I should say. Oh, I miss all of you guys so much. All right, so topic of when I went out, I have the topic of tonight, and I'll tell you what, I've had a heck of a time coming up with the topic. It's not that there aren't a million things to talk about, because there absolutely are, but I have so much going on in here, I couldn't even think. It's like messaged Lissa last night, and I said, Lissa, I need help. Well, not that you guys don't already know that, right? Okay. And I told her, I said, I gotta have a topic. And so we brainstormed a bunch of stuff. And so she's been having some medical issues, and I have had some medical issues, and a lot of people are having medical issues. And when you walk into an estate sale, usually that person or one of the people that lived in that house had some form of a medical issue. And there are a plethora of things that, 2.5 hours later, a plethora of things that can be found. And not even, I mean, it could be just a normal house that they never did have any medical issues. Lucky for them. And there's still things. So we're going to talk about all of those things. Hi, Mike. Hi, Gina. Who else did I miss? Hopefully nobody. All right. Okay, so the first thing, let's see if this is going to pop in here. Let's make sure that's in there. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. Oh, there we go. All right, medical devices policies on eBay. So the first thing that you guys really have to do when you have questions is type into Google, can you sell medical supplies on eBay? Well, yes, you can, but there are certain medical supplies that you may not sell on eBay, right? Some of you know that, some of you don't. So let's read over this real quick. Medical devices that require a prescription cannot be sold on eBay. Listings for other medical devices must follow our policy. It's important to check that these items can be sold on eBay before they're listed, because you will get, I'm adding this in big trouble if you don't. What is the policy? Any medical device that requires a prescription can't, don't do it, be sold on eBay, including continuous positive airway pressure machines, CPAP, along with masks, humidifiers, heated water chambers, and heated tubing. I will talk more on that particular item in just a minute. Electrical muscle stimulation units and any accessories that require a prescription. Now, there are some of those that don't. The TENS units, same thing. Transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulators, TENS units, and any accessories that require a prescription. Again, these two, EMSs and TN and the TENS machines, there are some out there that don't require a prescription. Oxygen concentrators, compressors, or conservers, and any accessories that require a prescription. We're going to get into this require a prescription thing in a minute. Flow generators, bone growth stimulators, and invasive bone drilling and expansion tools. Dang it. Including osodiensification burr kits. We're just going to roll with that. Nebulizers and their accessories. You will get in big trouble. And they will take you down in a hot second if you put a nebulizer up. Don't even try to list it without using nebulizers. You can't. And this should also have after it if it requires a prescription. Okay. Pulse oximeters that require a prescription. Implantable devices such as pacemakers. They don't want anybody selling kidneys. Heart valves, vascular grafts, ventricular bypass devices, and implantable infusion pumps, contact lenses, including zero-powered or cosmetic ones. No. Glucose monitor, and these would be that require a prescription, you guys. Glucose monitors that require a prescription. Needles with or without a disposable syringe, and items that have passed their expiration date. COVID tests, even if they are over the counter. These are restrictions on the sale of the following items. Listings must state in the item description if the device has been opened or used. Used items must be properly cleaned. Used items must not be altered in any way that changes the performance or safety specifications of the device. The item description should clearly state the product expiration date. Items must reach the buyer before the expiration date. Some medical devices can be sold with government authorization. Listings for these items must follow the rules below. And I'm going to just let you guys read that. And then listings for hearing aids. If you guys didn't know you could sell hearing aids, I'm opening up a whole new door to you. Listings for hearing aids must include the following FDA disclaimer. So all you need to do is come to this little policy. The link is in the description, and highlight all of this right here and put it in your description, right? That's all you got to do. The following items can be sold: over-the-counter medical devices, OTC, vintage or collectible medical devices, but the listing must state that these are not intended for use. New disposable syringes can be listed, but needles cannot be included. And then it goes on to tell you what they're going to do to you if you don't follow their policies. All right. Okay. Glenn, are you in here? How are you doing, buddy? All right. So, yeah, you'll get spanked big time on the diabetes for sure, Mike. And Mike, are you back up to where you're supposed to be, or are you still in Florida, by the way? Let's see, who else came in? Anybody else that I missed while I was reading? Hi, Kristen. How are you? Headed to some bins today, just popping in. It's your turn to drive. One of these days, you're going to fly out here, and we'll go to some bins. Kristen and Roll Squirrel, if you guys don't know her, she is amazing. Jennifer, that's hilarious. You're back up north. Okay, I thought so. So, I'm going to show you a few things that I have sitting right here that I have purchased at estate sales. And some of them you may just slap yourself and go, duh, right? And it doesn't mean you're stupid. You just don't think about it. If it's an estate sale where somebody has passed away, or I didn't get what I'm going to show you right here. These were left over from my burn. But people have accidents and they go in the hospital, and the hospital throws all this stuff away. So you either take it home with you because you've already paid for it. Once this stuff is in the room, whether it's whether the wrapper has been broken or not, it is yours. And if you don't take it with you, they throw it away. They have to. And they knew I was leaving the burn center. The day that I was leaving, they knew I was leaving, and they literally, this is how wonderful they were. They came in and they stocked all of the supplies that I would need at home. They stocked the drawers. They overfilled the drawers. And then they brought me 2 boxes to put all the stuff in, because they looked at me and they said, you're going to take all of that stuff home because we have to throw it away. Wink, wink. Anyway, so you will see these gauze pads with everything that's going on in the world and stuff happening. And this stuff, 95% of this stuff gets left. Here's a good one to look for. Liquid bandage. This is a really good one to look for. What else? These kind of gauze pads. And this one, you will find this stuff all the time. All the time. So, I mean, these are what I myself would say is a no-brainer. But if it's something that your eye doesn't catch, or that you just look at and you think that that's a huge no. I mean, how many of you guys would pick up a first aid kit? Yep, gauze. And people use gauze for decorating, for making crafts, don't they, Amy? These first aid kits people buy and they throw them in their car or they throw them somewhere and they have them forever. And, you know, this one I keep in my car. So Band-Aids. I actually have some matches in it. I have some gauze in it. All of this stuff, you can just add and add and add, you know, whatever you need to. Have a little snacky. There's some more bandages. There's thermometers. But all of these little things, if you don't think about using them for yourself, you can sell these on eBay. You can sell, and can you sell an ECT machine? What is ECT? Tell me. Well, we're going to look some stuff up here in just a minute. Before I go out of here, we're going to start looking some stuff up. We're going to look up oh man, my fingers itch. The mosquitoes are horrible. I'm whining. Can you tell? It's all right. It's all good. Okay. So ECT machines. A brain zapper. I do not know, but we'll look it up here in just a minute. All right, so let's go back here. Let's see this ECT. One of these, that's an engraving machine, a large heating pad. So doesn't look like, here you go, coffee machine earrings. I don't think so. Here's a vision controller. Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. I don't think so. And Dave, Midwest Picker, is a nurse, and he sells medical supplies all the time. Mom and pop thrift stores are a great source. Absolutely. And Dave, actually, if you want to drop the link to the video that you did, Dave, because Dave did a video on mom and pop thrift store on medical supplies too. So let's just look at this. Gauze pads. Now, a lot of these that we're seeing here are going to be from this one right here, the Sterile Gauze Pad Sponges 3x3s. These are a reseller. I mean, you can tell by the background. And they got a lot, 263, maybe not. But you will see these all over the place. Here's 200 deluxe non-woven sponges. They've opened one package up to show you what they look like. All kinds, just all kinds that you could ever imagine. Bandages, a lot of 6 Band-Aid cushion care adhesive gauze pads, Band-Aid brand. Let's look at Band-Aids. Probably spelled that wrong. I did, but it'll get it. There's, all of these different brands, but let's look at, you see these everywhere. I wonder, splints are good to pick up. You was eyeballing the Welch Allen stuff on the wall. Figured I better not take that. Let's see. That's weird. That did not update to the solds, did it? Let's see what's going on here. Here we go. All right. So Band-Aid rolled gauze is a pack of 2, 5 rolls. That was probably sold by a person. Here is a lot of Ford Johnson & Johnson Marble Avengers. These things you can get at, probably would have gotten at the $1.25 store. All of these things you will find at estate sales, every single one of them. Hydro Seals, waterproof, breathable round Band-Aids. As long as they are sealed in their paper. I wonder if we have anybody that let's see. That's the tins. Here we go. Well, that's a lot of used hearing aids. But, well, we might as well talk about hearing aids. This is a sad sale right here. Hearing aids are a big thing. You can make big money on hearing aids. Text and medical reference books, absolutely, Denise. Hard to get stuff for me was proper size gauze pads and medical adhesive tape. Absolutely. So hearing aids, if you guys, let's just look up. They're not going to show Band-Aids. You guys can look that one up. That's a simple one, right? Hearing aids can go for a bunch of money. And if you put your starting bid at $45, that's probably what you're going to get. That one that we saw that was the lot, and they had multiple pairs. These are all pre-owned. You see, open box, pre-owned. So let's open this one up. They didn't have, how many of you guys were here when I showed you how to find what the best offer was? Put a 1 in the comments if you want me to show you again. If you want me to show you an easy way on eBay to find what the best offer was. But we're going to open this up and open box, the original listing. Hearing aid batteries, all the stuff that goes with the hearing aids, right? All of it, everything. These little dull-tone Sure Fit ones, Terapeak, yes. So they did not, let's see, there's the disclaimer right there. There's the disclaimer that you have to put, okay? Anybody that has, okay, Jeremy and Doug, it doesn't surprise me. When my dad died, we tossed hearing aids and dentures. Yes. Now, dentures, technically, you can sell them, but technically, you have to be really careful. If they were something that you guys bought, you went to the dentist, you had them fitted and made, and you paid for them out of pocket, that's one thing. If they were paid for by insurance and all of that, and they were prescribed, you cannot sell them. Does that make sense? Prosthetics are sought after. Anyway, so let's go back here to hearing aids. You can do very well with hearing aids. And Costco, if you are a member at Costco, you can take your hearing aids, these used hearing aids, into Costco, and they will fit them to you. And lots of times I will put that in the description for that. Prosthetics, I'll tell you what, you saw, if you look at my thumbnail, there was quite a few pictures of, hi Jan, how are you, girlfriend? I went to an estate sale and the person there was an amputee. So they had a big box in the bathroom that was in the bathtub that everybody was ignoring. And I looked at it, and it had compression stocking for the one leg that was good. It had all of the stockings that you would put on the stump of the amputated limb that they hadn't ever used, and so on and so forth. When you're looking through that kind of stuff, when you're looking through clothing, especially if you notice that the patient is a diabetic, I guarantee you're going to find diabetic socks. You're going to find shoes for people that are diabetic, like SAS shoes. So sometimes it's almost best just to go in the bathroom and see what's in the bathroom. Usually there's more than one bathroom, right? And get kind of an idea as to what was going on with this person. if you're on good terms with the estate sale people, maybe they will tell you. It's not odd or unusual. No driving and chatting, Jan. It's not as unusual for an estate sale dealer to let you know what was going on. And as we all know, it's not always that the person has passed away. Sometimes they have decided that they need a smaller place, so they're moving to a condominium. Sometimes they're moving in with their kids. Sometimes they're moving into respite care. And sometimes they have passed away. So if you can get an idea as to what kind of medical problems the people had, then it's easier for you to, in your mind, think, okay, they're diabetic. Well, there's not a lot of diabetic supplies that you can get to resell because 99% of them are prescription. But sold a fancy high-tech leg for $300. Oh, what did I do here? Yeah, the prosthetics themselves are sellable, and they are worth a lot of money. One graveyard shift, 4 of us at the desk noticed someone standing in a patient's room, never moved. We walked into room hugging each other. It was a pair of prosthetic leg. Oh, that's hilarious. I've been there before too. I worked on the neurosurgical orthopedic floor for 4 years when I was pregnant with my youngest son. But oh boy, I got some stories. Anyway, so prosthetics, and then you have people who maybe only need one shoe, right? So then you're getting into the shoes, right? Well, they'll probably have both pairs of shoes because they had to buy 2, but we've all heard that if you only find one piece to the pair of shoes, you can sell the other one. You just need to make sure that you do a good title and that people know. Do good keywords in your title. And then when you sell that one shoe, have sold estate sale strips to them before. Yeah, you can sell the estate sale strips to on Craigslist and other places, but those strips are prescription. And I went through all of that with my granddaughter and with my daughter, who's no longer with us because she passed away due to diabetes. Jody does not know. All right, so we need to go back to that. I'm going to do this really quick because I can bet you money that there are more people than Jody that do not know how to look on eBay and find this. What did this sell for, right? So I am going to quickly copy this title. And we are going to go here. Are you guys seeing this? No, you're not. All right. Are you seeing? There we go. All right. And we are going to go to eBay. It's been a crazy day, can I just say? And we're going to go right down here. Oh, listings. You guys, I'll have to tell you something that I did. I probably should just make a video over it. Research. You want to go to the research tab in your seller hub. And Terapeak product research, and you want to click in here and you want to paste that title and search. Go down here. Here they are right here. They sold for $1,000. What were they listed for? $1,000, but it says the best offer was taken. However, Here's the same one right here, $1,000, $950. It could be this one right here, June 30th, 2022. Let's see if it tells us when these sold. They must have had more than one that they... Anyway, that is how you do it, you guys. So you copy and paste, open it up, copy and paste the title. You go to Terapeak on your computer, and you should be able to tell by the date that they were sold, which if you go into the listing more, then you can find it. So that particular set, I believe, Ergo 5 rechargeable hearing aids, but you see it looks to me like that person had either more than one set or they sold it. This sold June 22nd. This sold June 30th. These got sold. The order didn't go through. They got canceled, and then they resold again, and they sold for $950. That's what happened if you look at the dates here, and it's the same exact listing. All right. Is that clear as mud? Leroy. Thank you very much, buddy. What does do? Let's see. Thank you so much, Leroy. Let's see, Mike. You know what does well so far as single shoes, hiking, and military boots? Pretty sure it has something to do with the demographics. That could very well be true. And I also believe that a lot of people who are amputees were very healthy, very active people, the younger ones that are going to buy that kind of stuff, right? And they want to get back out there, and they have one good leg, great bionic type leg, and that other leg needs to be well protected. So why not get a good hiking boot and shoe? So you guys if you find a set of shoes and one of them is just tortured and the other one's in great condition, think about it. Just make sure when that shoe sells, before you ship it and print out the label, send the customer a message and say, you do realize this is for one shoe, especially if you offer free shipping, okay? Because even if it's their fault that they didn't realize it was for one shoe, you are still offering free shipping and you're going to get that back. Wound vac supplies. Yes, as long as it's not prescription related. Some of the things you can't sell on eBay has a medical website or 3 that will buy from you. Yes, there's more than one for diabetic strips. Also, there is a medical, there are several different sites that will purchase CPAP machines and the supplies to them. So keep that in mind, because you will see a lot of CPAP machines. You will see a lot of things that you cannot sell, but the companies will buy them back. Been down that path listing only one shoe. I got a mosquito bite on my ankle. Sorry. They got me good last night. Anyway, so when you've gotten some kind of an idea as to what maybe these people's ailment was, then that's when you really start looking, because it's not just always going to be in the bathroom. And they may have 2 or 3 bathrooms. You may find stuff out in the garage because they got such large amounts of supplies. And one of those things is, let's just go here. Am I sharing? I'm not sharing. Here we go. Adult diapers. You will see these all the time. Look at, they even have adult printed diapers. We're not. So, Assurance by Equate. Wow, I'm seeing more stuff here than, well, here we go, you guys. These ones, I see these all the time, and they will literally give them to you when my grandmother needed them, I would get them for I think I got some for my mom for my grandmother. And there's all different kinds, right? There's for women, there's for men, there's the underwear, I'm not reading your comments because I know you guys are having fun down there. You had a Jordan 4 amputee shoe listed, and you wouldn't believe how many times people bought, and I had to cancel because they thought it was a pair. No doubt at all. Rub a little Jim Beam on those bites. I would if I had some. I don't drink, so I think I have some vodka. That sounds like it would sting, though. Oh, anyway, so there you go. All of these things. And you don't need a 32. This one even has an open box because maybe I like these ones. They have pirates on them. There you go. And for many reasons, people use adult diapers. It's not just people that are stuck in bed all day long, right? Let's see. I don't need that anymore. All right. Let's look at oh shoot. Dren. I just had a total ice cubes on mosquito bites. Ooh, that sounds good. Hey Tom, how are you? How are you? Nice of you to stop by. Digging the IG. Thank you so much. Here we go. I just compression. Now I wore these a lot. I don't want to write socks because I don't want to just garments. Now I wore compression garments when I got burnt, and I didn't just wear compression garments. Mine were made specifically for me. My waist all the way down from right underneath my bra, because I think that's how high up it came on my side, all the way down to my leg, and they measured around, and then they went down like a half to a quarter of an inch, and then they measured around. It took almost 2 hours to take all the measurements, but they were made specifically for me. Now I don't wear them anymore, and I actually have them listed on eBay, but I have them listed as for somebody to use the material for something else, because that material is very expensive. And if you sew, or somebody that sews, then those can be fixed. So Job's stockings. That's all right. If you need help, let me know. Jody, I sent you some pictures of that strawberry shortcake sleeping bag I got, by the way. So all of these, and you will find these. So like when I say I wore a compression garment, now mine almost looked like this. See how this has a sleeve on one leg? Mine was one piece that went clear up past my belly button, and it on my left side it stopped right here, and because I didn't get burned on this side, but this whole leg they used for skin grafts, but this whole leg had burned all the way down to my ankle. So my compression garment came all the way down, and it covered my foot, and my toes were open. That's how it was made for me. So and they're expensive. Look at the prices on these. And they are for everything. So if you find compression garments, socks, we do all know that we cannot sell used socks on eBay, correct? You guys know that, right? I'm looking down at my phone to see if you guys are making comments, because I don't want to miss anything. So this one right here is a whole body piece, and you will see a lot of those. The recovery journey, and these ones right here were made for somebody probably that got burnt. There are other reasons too. So anyway, and then you have your stockings. right here, your compression stockings, and this new PC Pro compression stockings. These you will see a lot of diabetic patients wearing them. So diabetic socks. These are very loose, so that because a lot of people have swelling in their feet, and these don't make marks, if that makes sense. Some of them are more stretchy. It just depends on what it is that you need. So diabetic socks, and they can be super expensive. You only use stockings in the collectible section. Ephemera collectors are weird. Yes, that is true. That is true. As a matter of fact, I just sold some. They weren't used though, but they were from the 60s. Just a little bit ago, sold some. So diabetic socks. Let's see. There are all of these kinds of things for teeth. And if somebody has dentures, then they probably have any of these kind of things. Here we go. Here's a set of dentures right here, previously used, sold. There you see it. This is a DIY denture kit. So basically make your own set. The teeth whitening and all of that. We're not, I suppose if I just went in here, but you have your poly grip and some of that stuff. I want to think some of the poly grip for dentures, some of that stuff, just like toothpaste and whatnot, has been discontinued. I don't remember which one it is. What the heck? Custom full-size grip for tourist, judge, poly, public defender, marbled brown. Have no clue. So some of this denture stuff has been discontinued and you can't get it anymore. And people are, they want it because that's what they've used for all their life. Is Harry in here? How goes it, Harry? That was a gun handle. Oh, okay. Well, that's, really? I don't know enough about guns to, let's just look. Oh, yeah. Yep. Sure enough, poly grip. I think because the picture was so small. There you go. Thank you. Anyway, so all of these little things, you have your denture cups, you have your dentures, you have the adhesive, you have the pads. So I want you guys to keep your mind open when you see these things. But yes, dentures, false teeth. It might be Fixodent. It might be the Fixodent. It's one of these. False teeth, poly grip. It's one of these. There should be more. Come in here. I'm surprised there aren't more. Perfect pair. There you go. Snap-on silicone, false teeth, dental veneers. But I do know that dentures, let's do this. See what we get. That one, same pair. All right. There's another, just one false teeth pre-designed upper teeth, homemade denture kit. Also there, you can sell in the collectibles. If you ever come upon a dentist themselves, one of their homes, they will have all kinds of cool instruments and that kind of stuff because they collected it, right? Let's see what they have in the for sale in this category. DIY dentures. You'll find all of this stuff. You'll find it all. Snap-on bottom, upper, lower, false teeth. Here's a upper dentures, false teeth, never worn, great display, gag gift. They didn't get very much for them because they put them on auction and they started them low. Another set for $65. Again, they put them on auction, and they started them low. So that's your choice when you're doing that. These guys right here, obviously they haven't sold yet, $148. So you can't imagine do-it-yourself denture kit. Wonder how many went sideways on that. For sure. So, there you have it. If you didn't know, now you know. So if they don't gross you out, there's I have some somewhere. I don't remember where I packed them. I got them last year, and I need to find them. I don't want false eyelashes. I want false eyes. Okay, maybe I should put spelling this. I spelled that wrong. Prosth. There we go, right here. I actually bought a bunch of these. And some of them go for a lot of money. And I actually have a follower who may be watching right now. She either watches later or anyway, but her daughter had cancer and she lost an eye, and she wears a false eye. And these things are expensive, and they are made for each person. And it just kills me to see these prices in here now. Some of these. So let's go look at solds. $29 vintage human prosthetic eye, rare antique artificial eyes. One bid. So pay attention when you. Oh wow, that's kind of interesting. Snake eyes, prosthetic eye snake ring. All right, we got to look at this. People make art out of anything, don't they? As we know. There you go. That is quite interesting. Sterling silver snake ring. There you go, you guys. There's a new to me anyway. Very expensive. Yes. And anyway, these are more the prices that they should be at. So and if you happen to go to an estate sale that is from a person who was a obstetrician, you will find all of this kind of stuff. I guess here's another, the Great Frog small brown eye ring. That's pretty interesting. When I used to do forensic investigations on network security breaches, I got the joy of investigating the hard drive of an eye machine. One of the creepier things, staring at eyes, them staring. Ooh, I bet. Taxi duty. Uh-oh. Mom, can I go? Great. Yeah, those get expensive. I have a couple uranium glass eyes from an antique doctor display. That's cool, Mike. So I picked up 10 of them, I think, last year, just before I went to New York at a garage sale, actually. And this guy had collected them. He'd had them. Some of them are antique. They're all actually antique. His grandfather had one, and then he started collecting them. So they were from all over. They weren't his personally, and he didn't know who wore them or who had got them. So, just look for these things. And then along with that, then you will have let's see. Surely you guys have seen some of these. You're not necessarily going to get the eyeball in them, right? But it is the cup that people would put use to take their eye out of and keep it, wash it and keep it moist. And some of them go for very, very good money. Like here's one, they're antique eyeglass, blue, orange swirl. So here is a opalescent green glass. This one probably glows. All kinds of different, orange slag glass. So these ones you're getting into the older times where there were a lot more people that had prosthetic eyes, and people just don't think about that kind of stuff. Here's one I love the fact that they use the word scarce. So these are things that I think, Jan, for the 5 people that are always watching your videos, we want something from the convenience store. Anyway, so prosthetic eyes, not something that a lot of people think about, right? Now we have, let's look at, just type prosthetic in and you're going to see the locking liner. This is what I got, a bunch of these at an estate sale. I paid 50 cents a piece for them. Mine weren't as fancy as these, but this just goes to show you all of these different items. Mine were more, let's see. I feel like I sold one here not too long ago, but I have it on the highest, so let's change that. Let's just go sold recently. Ended recently. I don't want that. Oh, don't be newly listed. Let's do that. Here's one that somebody is selling that was pre-owned. And a lot of these are actually pre-owned, some brand new. But there's just the liner that will go, let's see. These actually have pieces to them that actually go, let's see, this one right here, see it, how it has the piece that actually goes into the prosthetic itself. There's actually cotton liners that you would put over the stump, so it would be called, before it got put into this, to help with sweat and all that kind of stuff. So I bought a bunch of those. I bought everything that they had. I bought all the compression garments, stockings for the leg that was still there, because that leg got more use. It took more beatings and needed more protection too. You have some eye wash cups. Then you have prosthetic hands. You have prosthetic anything. There's a hand, there's an arm, antique surgical medical leather prosthetic. So, boy, here's a universal dental prosthetic restoration. There you go, hand tool kit. That's what's showing that. Here's some hooks that would go on the end of a prosthetic arm. Here's a prosthetic sock, which is what I was telling you about. So here's a prosthetic left arm, left hand, Bubonic Auto Block brand, barely used. $10,000 that sold for. So keep your eyes open for this stuff. Here's another one, left hand Bubonic Auto Block brand, good condition, pre-owned, sold for somewhere around $500. Here's this is probably Steve Austin's, the Bionic Man. This is probably something that they used on him. Just joking. Anyway, so these things are items. How many of you guys even look for this kind of stuff? I'm curious. Is this am I out of reach on this? Do Do you guys look for things like these? Did you have any idea that they would sell for this kind of stuff? Most of you guys are very aware that, I mean, Band-Aids sell, right? People collect these old tins. This is actually out of my bathroom, and this isn't that old. It's from 1983. They all will have a date on them. Right there, see? They all will have some form of a date on them. And then let's just look at it. Just go into somebody's home or at a garage sale, somebody that's had a knee replacement. What are you going to find? This one is mine. I haven't had a knee replacement, but I went through some serious stuff when I had cancer. I was allergic to my chemo. I had to take a ton of steroids, and the steroids affected my ligaments, and sometimes my knee goes out. So this one has a brace. It has a metal thing in it. These things are expensive, you guys. Super freaking expensive. Even just the sleeves that you pull up, right? And then you have the ones that have the magnets in them. Don't overlook this stuff. A lot of people don't. If you've had to buy them for yourself, then you know what they cost, right? You have an idea what they cost. If you've never had to buy them for yourself or somebody else, hopefully you see this and it gives you some ideas to look for these. I'll tell you what, I've quit watching and following a lot of people because I where is it? Where did I put it? You guys, if I can only remember where I put my GoPro when I unpacked my office. You guys need to go. If you have a GoPro and you want to go and you want to do videos and you want to do them hands-free, this is made by Snap. That's the company that actually makes them. It is a magnetic necklace. You have a necklace and your GoPro snaps in here. This piece goes underneath your shirt or on the side of your shirt. Your GoPro is hooked in here. So it stays. There's actually two of these here. There's three. Let's see. No. This piece can go right under your shirt. This piece snaps to it, and then you have this lanyard, and you can to put on around your neck so that when you're leaning, your shirt, whatever you have on, and it just stays right there. Talk about, and then you can angle it in or out because you have your GoPro thing on it. Let's see if I can get it off. I'll be anyway, amazing. I just need, and then it has this little plastic pad. So if you want to put it on your car or something metal and you don't want to ruin the paint job on your vehicle, then you put this down and then you snap it on there and you can have it there. So if you're like out in the wilderness or somewhere, you don't have somebody else, you don't have a tripod, whatever, there you go. So anyway, when you're looking for stuff like I really need to up my game and start videotaping for you guys when I'm going to estate sales, because saying something and actually showing it to a lot of people are two different things. And I hate videotaping at estate sales with my phone because I cannot use both hands. I cannot look something up if I need to look something up. So I have discontinued watching a lot of sourcing videos because I feel like people are showing the same thing, and not just one person. There's a lot of new channels out there that are doing sourcing videos, but they're all showing the same thing. It's like everybody's stuck in a rut, in a block. Do you got VCRs? Do you got electronics? Do you got video games? Do you have this? Do you have that? And they're walking past hundreds of dollars of stuff, and it gets monotonous and old. And so you see this stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you see the things that I sell that are just maybe somebody would think about them, maybe people try to sell them, and yeah, they're following the trends. And if everybody's picking up the same thing and listing the same thing, then are you really going to get a good deal on them? No, you're not going to sell them for what you think you're going to sell them for, because everybody else is selling them. Or you have stuff like this, the Lennox China. People don't want to pick the China up. Why don't they want to pick the China up? Because they don't know how to ship it, and they're scared to ship it. They want to sell little things that are easy to ship. I'll sell the little things too. But it's just like these. Great. They're great. I watch people walk past this kind of stuff. This on its own may only be a $3 or $4 item. Get a couple more. This is Little People. This is Fisher Price Little People from 1990. It's not really that old. It's 32 years old. This is Fisher Price Little People, and they all have a date, that 10/07, and they have a date, and they'll have a number on them. People lost this one. People are collecting these. Grandma lost this because little Johnny took it home, and now little Scotty or little Susie, when they come and play, they don't have the cow. Grandma needs the cow, you guys. They need the cow. Just saying. Okay, eyeglasses. Good question, Dory, because I was just going to talk about that. Eyeglasses. You can sell the frames on eyeglasses, even prescription eyeglasses, but you cannot sell the lenses because they're prescriptions, right? So either A, you take the prescriptions out, the prescription lenses out, because how are you even going to know what the prescription is, right? You just know that they're prescription. Or B, you put a disclaimer in your listing saying that the lenses that you are selling the frames only, the lenses are prescription, will need to be removed. You will have to, and people that are buying them know, man, I'm telling you, glass frames go for a lot of money, and people don't just buy them to put new prescriptions in. People will buy them and have they need their shades, so they'll buy them so that they can have their shades. They have their shades put in, and you can go pretty much anywhere. I used to buy when I wore glasses. I had LASIK done in 2006. I would buy 2 sets of the frames, and I would, at that point in time, they didn't, where I went, they didn't make safety lenses. So I would take the frames to the company that made our safety glasses, and they would just make a set of safety prescription safety lenses to go in my frames. But vintage, yeah, let's check them out here. And because we're not just talking about, let's see, let's do this. I have glasses for sale, vintage frames that I've sold quite a few. Go back in some of my videos, especially when Danica was when Danica was doing them. Oh man, we would dress up, we'd put our glasses on, have all kinds of fun. Vintage eyeglasses. all different kinds. These ones right here, I have several of these safeties. I've sold these kind. When you go in an old guy's garage and you go looking around on their workbench, you are going to find older glasses like these. And see, now they took the lenses out, so they were at one time prescription, but these are safety. See, safety glasses, charcoal color. Now people want to wear them for just regular glasses. People will buy them and wear them just like this without any lenses in them. Props, movie companies will buy these. Vintage round. This style right here is pretty popular. Well, you can see, right? This style of frame right here is very popular. This has 3 cracks in the frames around the ear curve. Well, you can, so I don't know particularly what that, they didn't sell them for very much, but yeah. And then you have these older ones. You have the gold filled ones. All of these. I have a couple of pair like these for sale. So, and then here you have these look like American Optical. These look like the ones that Elvis used to wear. So frames, here's a Chanel eyeglass frame, vintage, you name it. And here's some old aviator goggles. Well, I was going to say at first welding goggles, old welding goggles like this, all this kind of stuff. Here we go, cat eyes. These ones are very popular, especially in the vintage community. These frames, the style frame, especially if they have any kind of decoration on the corners there. You'll see these. My aunt wore these. My sister, my niece has several pairs that she's bought. These are really pretty. So yeah. Hi Lulu, did you sneak in on me? You may even be able to take the glasses. Yeah, you can take the glasses to Lens Crafter. You can take them to Costco now. You can take them to pretty much anywhere. But back in the day when I worked at Freightliner in the 90s, there weren't a lot of places you could get. There weren't a lot of places that would do it because they wanted you to buy your lenses from them, so to speak. So yeah, absolutely. If you see, Dory, are you still in here? Let me go back up here a little bit. Where were you when you asked that? Why can't I see you? You're there somewhere because I'm looking on a small screen. So yes, glasses are big time. And even though they say no contacts, how about contact solution? People are very picky about this, and there are brands that go out of that they don't make anymore. Kid not, you guys ought to know this. So there are certain brands that they don't make anymore that people really liked. You're talking about your eyes. If you've ever stuck a contact in your eye, then you know. So, I mean, if they wore contacts and you see that, look and see, is there any contact solution that wasn't opened? This is even just a Walmart brand, but it's all these little things that we use on a daily basis. What other kind of medical supplies do you think you might find? I'm gonna show you one that is so stupid. You're gonna go, what? There was a hydrogen peroxide shortage a while back. I don't know if you guys remember that. I want actually hydrogen peroxide. Food grade. That'll just pull it up. This is used for, yeah, if you guys didn't know, there's a food grade hydrogen peroxide. Now you do. And let's see what else we can get here. all of these different things for hydrogen peroxide. 12%, I think. Well, that's just 12 in this. All of these different things right here, crest strips, white strips, all of these things you are going to find, and they're considered to be some form of a medical personal hygiene supply. And then you have alcohol, and you have betadine, and you have neosporin. You're going to find this stuff in somebody's bathroom. Guaranteed. I do it all the time. Whether you buy it, resell, or you buy it for yourself, are you looking at these things? Stuff is getting expensive, as we all know. Look for old text with the words pathology in it. Yes, very much so. Hey, Dom, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Any kind of medical books, look them up. There's big, big money in medical books. So what else? I wrote a list here. What have we hit? The stuff. Okay, let's go to medical. Here, let's just look at some books since you're here, Dom. Dom sold one. Rare antique medical book, over 100 years old, surgery diseases. They put it on auction. Probably could have gotten more for that. Did you sell yours already, Dom? You sold it already, didn't you? Pretty sure you did. But let's just do this. Let's go here. I have one. I need to get it listed. It's just been that kind of a couple of weeks, you guys. Rare antique medical, over 100 years old, lithographic color plates, freaks. They probably, I'm interested. They might have gotten the book and taken the plates out and are just selling the plates. This, I don't think, is a whole book. Let's see. Yep, it is the whole book. They didn't even put the title of the book in here. They just put a picture and that. $390 for the winning bid. So that's kind of how I am. I won't take a book apart, but look, here's just a lithograph out of one book. They're selling each one for 18, 20, whatever dollars. So there's more money in that kind of stuff. If you have a book that's already falling apart, 1807 medical book treating wounds. Is Netter the one that you sold? Dom is a medical professional, you guys. But he also did find, he's found several of them. No peanut butter cups. Naomi's friend's allergic. Dang it. This book has all kinds of foxing on it. It is not in the best condition, but when you find a book like this, most people won't pick this up because it just looks like it's been through the ringer. These are the best ones to pick up, you guys. These books like this, man, I just had a... These books like this that look like yuck and look like nothing. Billy Baxter's Letters by something... Letters, I got this one mostly for the letters, the U.S. mail, but this is literally from 1902. It was given to somebody in 1902. These books, people don't pick them up, and they just get. But I mean, wounds. What is this about here? On stitching and intestine, they're stitching an intestine up. Hey, you can learn all kinds of home remedies right here. Nature and Cure of Wounds in 2 volumes. Those are the books that hide that most people are too late. 100%. 100%. Gray's Anatomy, Descriptive and Surgical Medical Book. Rare Antique Medical Book. plates, freaks, surgery. I don't think people need to put that, but they seem to think so. I don't know why you wouldn't just put, maybe it sold better. No idea. Vintage handwritten medical book. This is the bomb. This is right up there with a handwritten recipe book, because where did they get this stuff from? Same place. All right. Dr. Goat. We all need this. Wow. 1950 Dr. Goat Whitman Top Tails Rare Vintage Medical Treatment. All right, you guys. First person that finds one of these, I want you to tag me in it. Dom, here's a new book for you to look for. Dr. Goat. Who's it by? Let's see. Top Tales, Original Stories. Quick authorized stories about your favorite characters. Quick drama McGraw. Who would even think? Who would have thunk? There's more of them in here than this one, so there we go. I was wanting to see March 1962 by Georgiana, illustrated by Charles Clement, the Whitman Publishing Company. I believe I've seen this book in the real world. Anyway, so, I mean, you guys, if you have time and you're bored and you're looking for something, or does this stuff really sell? What does it sell for? Well, here you go. Anything that's odd, has to do with pathology, has to do with surgery, has to do with wounds, has to do with anything like this, people eat it up. And especially the older stuff, because the illustrations are so much different. They're hand done, right? Or a lithograph, than what you see in today's new medical books. You've been looking at books for hours. Oh boy, I'm sorry. No, but she will know fresh cherries and Greek yogurt. Uh-oh, what did I miss? I'm going to have to go back up here. I don't have time to watch this over again. Okay. I threw out hundreds of homeopathic medical books years ago in a fit of rage, along with a leaf bag full of vitamins and supplements. Well, they're gone now. No sense in crying over old books that are gone, but that's one of the things that you've really learned a lot about. I mean, I can't even just tell you how far you've come in the year and a half that I've known you, Jan. I am super proud of you. I will tell you that right now, girlfriend. All right. So vintage medical books. And you have, you're going to find supplements, right? You're going to find, I can't even, there's just, oh, you believed at the time that it caused your mom's cancer? Well, it probably was something that she was reading through to help heal her cancer, but you don't know that. That's what you felt, and that's what you did. That doesn't make anything wrong. Don't cry over spilled hydrogen peroxide. You guys crack me up. All my early Kellogg's quackery pamphlets got, oh man. So, I mean, the list goes on and on and on of all of these different things that you can get. And so then you have your old glass bottles, right? Your old apothecary bottles that they use in the Chinese and the Asian, Japanese markets to keep the herbs and stuff in. So if you are in an estate sale that is somebody who was a gardener or who is from Asian descent, you will find a lot of that kind of stuff. So keep that stuff in mind, because you may not use it yourself. Jan, thank you very much. I love you. I hate you to the nucleus of your bone marrows. There's just so much stuff out there. And once you get into these homes, even at garage sales, especially if it's a garage sale for somebody who's had a parent living with them, that's the things that they're going to get rid of. Don't walk past that stuff. Kristen, a rural squirrel, has a hashtag about baby diapers. She finds packages of baby diapers open, maybe one or two. You'll see them everywhere. You'll see them at the bins. You'll see them at the Goodwill. You'll see them at garage sales, and she picks them up and passes them on to the women's shelter. And you can do the same thing with the adult diapers, right? You can take them to I have taken them to, we have a local food pantry, and one of my friends runs it, and I used to take all kinds of stuff to her. She knew who was sick, who was getting sick, who had had this done, who had had that done, and I would call her up and I would say, Pam, can you guys use blah, 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 blah? And she would list off a name to me, and I'd be like, perfect, I'm going to bring them in, whenever. So even if be kind, share the wealth. If you know somebody that needs some of that kind of stuff, it may be dirt cheap at an estate sale, but somebody paid a lot of money for it, and somebody might need it that doesn't have the money to pay for it. So I'm always about that too, but then you guys know that. Or American natives have some excellent home. Yeah, absolutely. Any of the naturopathy kind of, whether it's supplies or books or that kind of stuff, that is a big thing. And then you can go into gardening, because I grow a lot of that stuff. A lot of you guys know that. A lot of you don't, and that's okay. We're having diaper drives around there. Yep, I'll pick them up. I pick them up if I see them. Absolutely. I have a couple of people that I'm looking for formula for. They need a certain kind. I have not succeeded, but I look every time I go, because they need a certain kind, right? So another thing that is a shortage of right now for women is tampons. You're going to find those at estate sales too, believe it or not, whether they're vintage or whether they're just whatever. Should check online about the stats and planets right now. Those diapers are great for packing. Absolutely, they're great for packing. You can cut the diapers open and take the stuff off, and you will have the gel stuff that's inside that captures the liquid, and you can put those in the bottoms of your plants before you pot your plants, and they will keep moisture in your plants. So there's another use for those. I'm full of all kinds of nonsensical information. What else do you want to know? Because you can literally buy that gel that's in those diapers at the garden snow cone. Wow, that was good. At the garden shop, you can buy this jar for about $30 of the stuff. That's basically it. They have it in little pellets, but it's the same stuff that's in a diaper, and it's expensive as all get out. And they tell you to put it in with your soil and moisten your soil and mix it in with your soil, and then it holds the moisture and it releases it to your plants. So you can do that and spend $30, or you can take a couple of diapers that you found at the Goodwill, and it's the same stuff that's going to be in the adult diapers too, right? So you're making a big whiskey barrel planter or something like that. There you go. I just helped you guys out. Oh, anyway, so if you put the used gel pads in the bottom of your plant, well, if you want to mess with that, Barb, it's all you, girlfriend. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm not probably going to take this offer. Nope, I'm not. I bought a bunch of vintage nylons. I paid $1 a piece for them at an estate sale, And I have those listed for $29.99, and they want to buy them for $14. I don't want to sell them to them for $14, but they're just going to have to wait. I've sold several pairs today for, by the time tax and shipping and everything, I've sold several pairs today for over $30. So you know how that goes. And anyway, so, and that's, we've talked about stockings, right? Compression stockings, that kind of stuff, all of that. Hearing aids, you have wigs. Yeah, wigs. Anybody that has gone through any kind of chemo is going to have wigs in their bathrooms or in their dresser drawer, wherever it is that they keep them. And how do I know that? Because I've been there myself. I ended up not wearing the ones that I had, and I donated them back to the chemo center where I got them from, because they are very expensive. So, that's where it's all at. I can't even, I don't even think I came in to touched on the different medical supplies that you can pick up at an estate sale. And you're not just going to find them in the bathroom. How about a sealed bottle of Tylenol or aspirin or ibuprofen or any of those kind of things? How about a tube of, I got this for myself a while back, Aspercream, arthritis pain, all of that kind of stuff. This was sealed in a box, unopened, and let's see, 1/20/24. Can you see that? So, all of those kind of things. Look for those things. You can sell as long as it's not a prescription. I don't use pantyhose. Can be used for stuffing pill. I don't think I would want to sleep on a pillow that had used. Gross. Ooh. Hanging onions, yes, but you got to wash them first. Either way, but no, you can do all kinds of things with pantyhose. But most of the people that have bought the ones that I have sold are collectors, as in they have a vintage collection of stuff. Except for the one guy who bought my purple pair of Jansen stirrup. I have to tell this. It was like 2 days after I listed them. I had a pair of vintage Jansen or Danskin purple stirrup leggings. Anyway, they were more for, like, I don't know, you'd wear them with boots, or gymnasts would wear them. This person bought them, and I didn't know it was a guy. I have no idea. And they said, they said, this is an amazing color. These are going to go great with my Peter Pan costume. And I thought to myself, of course they would. I don't know what color Peter Pan's leggings were, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And then he sent me a picture through eBay in the messages. That's how I knew it was a guy, of him in his Peter Pan costume. I mean, it wasn't a gross picture or anything. And I thought to myself, I don't think these things are going to fit him, but more power to him. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We had about 30 packages of adult diapers after my grandpa passed. They were all open. They only used 1 or 2 from a bag for some reason. I took them all to the seniors. Absolutely. Yeah. So great bank robber masks. That too, for sure. I do know a lot of people will use nylons to store their onions and garlic and that kind of stuff in. So dare I? Okay, how many of you guys saw my post on on Instagram today? This I will do. About the person who didn't pay for their item. I'm going to read. There you go. I'm going to read you this because it was, you've never seen a drag queen dressed as Peter Pan. I don't think that he was a drag queen. He just had a Peter Pan. I mean, he didn't have makeup or hair or anything like that done on him. Just had a Peter Pan costume. Teach their own, right? I gotta. So you guys, those of you that know me know that I sell Tic Tac gum, that I bought a whole liquidation store out of every kind of Tic Tac gum that they had. And I'm getting down to some of the last of the fresh mint flavor. And so I'm not taking offers on it anymore. $10 is the lowest I will drop my prices on the large amounts. And then I have some of the smaller ones that actually look like the Tic Tacs you buy now, but it's the gum. And I sell 2 of those for $29.99 a piece. Don't yell at me. But what was this? The person bought it. I didn't send them an offer or anything. Or maybe I did. Maybe I sent them an offer for 5% off and they bought it, but they never paid, right? And so I just waited a day or so because you guys do know that eBay does send out payment reminders. And usually if I send this is how I deal with it. Usually if I send out an offer to a watcher and they accept it and they don't pay and it's Tuesday or Wednesday, here's how I look at it. They're waiting until Friday when they get paid, and they usually pay. And I very, very, very seldom have to cancel an order. I think I've canceled like 5 orders in the last 6 months because they didn't pay. So it's like I usually wait a day before I will send them a reminder. How much were these things? $29.99. I can't talk and function at the same time. All right, so you had a few non-pairs lately between that and the low ballers. So I sent out a message this morning when Dren and I got in the car to go take him to school and he was getting all buckled in and everything. I sent out an offer I sent out a message. I had 2 non-pairs and one was somebody that made an offer overnight and I accepted it in the morning and I don't even know where they are. So I sent them a message and I said, please make your payment so that I can ship your item to you and thank you very much for your order. That's pretty much the gist of when I send, and that's it. And so there we go. So pretty soon I get this message and I thought it was somebody that was actually interested in buying it. I didn't realize it was actually from the person who had bought it because I didn't look at their name or anything on it. So I get this message. Let's see, is that the first one? It was hilarious. That's not it. Okay, get this message. And it has to do with this gum right here. All right. I can get 12 packs for $39. I don't want to pay $29 for 2 packs. And then they have a sad emoji face, right? So I sent them back. Then don't buy them. This is gum, not mints, and it is discontinued. That's all I said. And they answered me back. I realize they are gum. This gum is my favorite. I even called the company about it. Sorry again and thank you. I don't know where they're getting it for $39 because they can't. Even the company doesn't have it. So pretty soon I get this, can I just cancel my order, please? Normally, I would no problem. I'll just cancel your order. But I answered them back. I will cancel it when it runs out. You will get a defect on your account. Do not purchase from people unless you pay. We are small businesses and this hurts us. That's all I said. I'm out working in the yard, getting ready to go get Dren. And all of these messages from this person. And this is what they said back to me. Let's see if I can put this up here so that you guys can't see their name. No, you're going to see it there. All right. There's no way to do it without showing you their name, and I don't want you to see their name because that's not fair to them. I will pay for it now. I don't want a defect on my account. Sorry for the inconvenience. And yeah, about 45 minutes later, they bought it. They paid for it. So try that. It's honest to God. The friend has TikTok half pint. Uh-oh. Anyway, so there you go. You have, I mean, obviously that's not a tactic I use all the time, but I do believe that from now on, when somebody asks me to cancel an order, that will be my, unless they paid for it already. But if it's somebody that's a non-payer that's asked me, that will be my standard response to them, because it's not rude, it's not mean, it's the truth. And you know, if we have to take a hit for 5 days, which could be more if they buy it on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and you got to wait over the weekend, then I don't know. Try it and see. Report back. Let me know. If I get a negative, no, I won't get a negative. If I get a negative feedback from them, I'll have it removed. I have that power to be able to do that. So what are you doing here? With all my invoices I put, are you still interested in this item, or do you wish to cancel? I don't send them an invoice. I just send them a message. I only send them an invoice if it's more than one item that they're purchasing, so that I can combine the shipping and give them the correct shipping price. Does that make sense? That's the only time I ever send them an invoice. And anyway, so that's where that is. All right, you guys. If you buy these items and you sell them and you make an Instagram post, tag me in it so I can see, because I enjoy seeing you guys pick things up that you wouldn't normally have looked for, that maybe myself or somebody else, savage, brought to light in your eyes, that, you know. So I mean, it's amazing the things that are out there that people are truly selling, that are selling for very good money, that I walk past stuff too. Don't get me wrong. I walk past stuff too. There's plenty of stuff out there for everybody, All right. It's 7:44. This was a short one. It's probably about where they should be. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys waiting for me. I lost a bunch of video footage when my phone was stolen. I have not started. I am approved. I did my onboarding and all of that, Michelle. There's a link in the description to my Whatnot profile if you guys want to follow me. I was hoping to have my first auction on Friday. Somebody made the comment that this is the 4th of July weekend, that maybe this wouldn't be the best weekend to do my first sale, because people are going to be out, you know, on Friday. People are taking an extra weekend, an extra day off, blah, blah, blah. So I will have my first sale next week. I will post links to that on Instagram, and I'll probably do a short video and put it on the shorts channel. All right. Takes one to know one, Doug. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you for sure next Thursday. I probably, as soon as my younger son, Ryan, he was at the warehouse with me today, and he went through, I have a computer down there now. I have internet, my own internet down there, business internet. He's going to hook up a webcam to the computer down there, so I will be able to do live streams from there, and then I will start doing my estate sale haul videos and stuff like that from down there. So hold on, brace yourselves. There's going to be more, I promise. You guys are always amazing, every single one of you. I learn from you, and I thoroughly enjoy each and every one of you. And thank you so much, Lulu. And if you guys follow me, my Facebook for business, Lulu posts all kinds of cool, interesting things in there. So thank you very much. I will catch you on the flip side. Have a great evening, everybody.